How long do you think you'll stick with this until it gets to a point where maybe it feels boring, or I'm looking for some other type of challenge? Because I think this is, and the reason I ask is I think this is something that a lot of speakers run into, like you mentioned, where you're on stage, you're doing a great job, but it's more or less the same keynote that you've delivered the whole time. It works, and it starts to lose some of the challenge for you. It's the first time that audience may have heard it, but you've delivered that story 100 times, and maybe internally you're just on autopilot. Even though it's fun and it's going well, but you're still, as entrepreneurs, as speakers, we're looking for new mountains to climb. So do you foresee into the future that this is going to be a similar challenge that you're going to run into again? That I've said all that I have to say on the topic of workplace culture, and now I'm interested in a different topic? Or how do you see that playing out in the coming years? Maybe advice that you would have for other speakers as they kind of balance, here's something that I'm passionate about and interested in, but I'm also maybe interested in a different topic to potentially even a different audience. So how are you thinking about navigating that in the future?
Yeah, I always subscribe to that phrase that you make a plan and God laughs. So anticipating what's going to happen in the future, I don't try to do that anymore. So I have no idea. I might get super bored with this in 2 months. I might decide in 3 months not to be a speaker anymore and become a farmer or a dancer or something. I have no idea. But I do know that when I decided that this would be the next thing that I was going to do, I wanted the topic to be big enough that it could turn into something else. This pivot was pretty severe. In my head, it was the same thing, but no one else sees that. Millennials to culture, it was like, for me, it felt like the exact same topic, but no one else sees it that way. With culture, there's so much juice in that. There's so much that I can research around culture, different kinds of culture, how to transform culture in a virtual environment, culture in a startup, culture in a large organization, subcultures, how various subcultures interplay, collaboration as it pertains to culture. There's so much to play with there that I think that I can always have culture as the umbrella, and then whatever the focus area or research that I follow will somehow land within that. But what do I know? I did think about that. That's my best guess, but I'm always open to being proven wrong by